Okay, so yesterday what we started was collections, right? Inside collections, what we have also seen is that there is a list interface. Inside list interface or deriving from list interface are two classes. One is array list and second one is linked list. Most of the functions which we call via this array list or linked list classes, right? These functions, they are present in the list interface, and the array list and the linked list classes, they override those functions, right? Add is one such example. Right, now what we have also done is we have created a linked list, right, and we can keep on adding that linked list or array list, right? In both cases we have a array list of integer, we have a linked list of integer, right? And we can keep on adding elements in it, right? In the same way, right, you can also create, say, array list or linked list, or for that matter we can say a list. I'll do this code. This as well. And here what I'll do, try to create an array list of string, right? This is just the assignment which I gave yesterday, very small assignment. I say array. Now array list in Java, list of string, I give al1 equal to new I say array list of string al1 equals to new array list. Then I say al1, that in this case we have to add the strings. Let's say I say str1, then I say al1 dot add, I pass other str2. Now if I print it, how is it printed? I say al1. Now if what is format, it will printing the two things which we have. So string. Right, so this is what we have done. We have an array list of string and we have printed it. We are still not worried about, or I am at least not worried about say how to iterate over array list and stuff, right? We'll do that later. Now the add, I say al1 say st, right? So this add function, what it does is it adds an element at the end of the list. It adds an element at the end of the list. Right, now if you look at this, now your output, the output of this particular would be str1, str2 and str3. It's very slow, man. Why is it eating so much of CPU? 100% CPU usage is bad. I don't know why. Yes, okay. Right, so what we have seen is this str3, it gets added at the end, right? So add function, what it does, it adds an element at the end of the list, of the array list. Now if there is another which you the indication where you want to add, let's say if I do it like this, right? So what I have given is the first parameter to it is index and second parameter is the element. So what it will do is it will add str3 at the index 0. Let's see if this happens. str3, then str1, then str2. So what has this add done? Adding at a particular index. So if you look at this closely, add this, right? Both these functions, they are the same class, which is arraylist, right? They have the same name, right? But they differ in their parameters. What are these functions called? Can you tell me what are these functions called?
Polymorphism.
Which kind of polymorphism?
Static polymorphism.
Static polymorphism. Excellent. Right? Why? Because in the same class, functions having same name but they differ in their arguments. Right? That you would say static polymorphism or function overloading. So you would simply say this and this, these two adds, these are two different flavors of the same function, right? And example, overloading. These two adds, or this add is an overloaded version of this add. These are some, say, jargons which we can use in this particular case. Right, now let us say that if I have, say, a class, a new class, and I call it student.student. We create a package student. It will create a class. This class, I have, say, int roll number, then I'll generate basic constructor and stuff. Where is generate? Okay, so I say generate constructor, so it will generate me a constructor, parameterized constructor. It will generate, and I generate the third thing, which is the toString method. Right. Now what I'll do, I mean, for understanding, I'll just comment out the toString method. Right, we'll write that later. Again, what I'll do is I'll create an array list again, but this time my array list would not be of integer or string, but it would be an array list of student. What it means is that we are trying to create an array list of user defined data type. To understand, array list बना सकते हैं, जैसे हमने इंटीजर की वैसे ही हम लोग स्टूडेंट की भी बना सकते हैं. राइट, सो import student, I'll say import student.student, right? Then I'll create another array list. Array list भी बना सकते हो आप, link to something which we'll take it up later, not now. I'll say array list of student, right? So I say als equals to new हाँ, क्या बोल रहे हो? क्या बोल रहे हो ऋषभ?
कुछ नहीं सर, वो बायोमेट्रिकली आया होगा, मैं म्यूट ही करता हूँ।
ठीक. Okay. Okay. Right. Now, create a list of student. What we need is inside the object of class student. So I can student s1 equals to new student with say two parameters 1 comma a, and why is it crying? अच्छा, सिंपल एक ही वाला बना. ठीक है.
सिर्फ रोल नंबर है।
पैरामीटर. ठीक है. यानी creating an ideal class, that is fine. I'll say student s2 student. I'll pass roll number. Student के object यहाँ I'll say als dot I'll pass s1, then als dot and I'll pass s2. राइट. तो इसमें मैंने स्टूडेंट के दो ऑब्जेक्ट्स बनाए. राइट. कीप दिस थिंग you are using in your array, right? That object should be properly created, and because the student is an object of user defined data type, it needs to be initialized or it needs to be created with the keyword new, right? That is a mandate. Okay. Now if I say print हटा देता हूं मैं, al1 वाला फालतू रहेगा. And if I print this, let us see what would be printed. ओके. सो व्हाट इज प्रिंटेड, यूज तो सिंपल हैश कोड टाइप कुछ तो आया, भलता ही कुछ तो आया. राइट. नाउ इफ वी हैव print a two string method inside, comment this and I'll run it again. राइट. तो नेम हमने कंस्ट्रक्टर में डाला नहीं है, इसलिए नेम नल आ रहा है, बट दैट इज फाइन. बट नाउ यू कैन सी having an array list of student, what we are having. Understood यहां तक?
Yes sir.
Okay. Very very simple. The only thing that I have displayed is create say an array list of user defined data type, right? That is what I have displayed. Now I'll be giving you a very very small task, right? But a little complex task. I'm not saying very complex, but it is a little complex task, right? So the task is create a new project and call it say a, right? उसमें app dot जिसमें there would be main, right? This is our standard app dot java main, right? Then you can have say Yeah, create a class student by small student is the package and capital student is the name of the uh, class with following parameters. First is int RNO, second one is string name, third one array list of integer, and you should name it as say it is an array list of integer which contains multiple mobile numbers. Integer ले लो या string ले लो. Array list of string and it should contain multiple mobile number. It can means one student can contain multiple mobile numbers. This is the एक इसका explanation, right? Then in app dot in function, right, create an array of student with with at least 3 students. Each student should have at least 3 mobile, right? So this is the task that you need to complete, right? Think about it. भी नहीं है. So if you do it properly, थोड़ा ध्यान दे दो जम जाएगा. It's not difficult. It's not that easy as well, right? But I mean, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to understand the jargons. इसमें जैसे जैसे जो jargons use हुए, array list बनाओ, right? ऐसे parameters रखो, फिर उसमें ये करो, उसमें वो करो, right? This is what I guess you need to understand, you need to learn, right? And ये language समझना important है. It's not difficult thing to do. Only thing is to understand the language and the jargons. Once you understand the jargons, things become comparatively easy. Clear?
Yes, sir.
I'll stop the recording.